Office buildings are the scourge of real estate and probably the investment world to this day. It wasn't always that way, but it's been that way for a while, and I would say since COVID. And I don't know, people estimate that there are, gigantic amounts of money, maybe in the pushing over $1 trillion that has been lost in the US alone in the office building business. So it's kind of common to blame this on COVID. But in reality, COVID, the pandemic, has largely come and gone. It's how governments, local governments, reacted to COVID that has created lingering destruction, economic destruction, and value destruction. And it's just another data point in underscoring how important ideas are, kind of the founding philosophical underpinnings of a city, of a county, of a state, of a country are. And so when we, as citizens, think about how do we want our society to be organized, we have to think about the important things. Safety first. Without safety, you've heard me say this before, there's nothing else. There's nothing to fight about if there's not safety. Well, so many of our downtowns are still, to a large extent, less safe than people would like them to be. And it makes it undesirable to go to those downtowns and visit those offices. I think that quality of life, going into an area where you don't feel comfortable, where it's not nice to be there, is a deterrent to going there. Office buildings are often in those kinds of locations, and still in many cities, those locations are not yet recovered from a quality of life standpoint to where they were before COVID. And it's only political ideology and law enforcement that is to blame, or lack of law enforcement. And then there's kind of wokeism and the woke ideology that makes the office less fun than it was in the prior decades. In my youth, again, 1980s, 1990s, you couldn't keep people out of the office because that's where all the fun was. And that changed. And so I think there's a lot of contributing factors that have made office buildings less valuable, made cities less appealing, but in the end, hurt us all. They don't just hurt the office building owner, they don't just hurt those cities and their constituents, but they also hurt, all of us are hurt, because the economic ripple effect impacts us all. And so these variables need to be turned around, and I'm hopeful that they will be.